Hello and happy Saturday evening, everyone. This is Sarah, live with Sarah, joining you Saturday night. We're kind of doing a extra special nightly 20-30 minutes of covering everything from things to avoid during the holiday season, our holiday specials, educating you on our skincare. So many of you are so brand new to our name, so we thought we'd share with you each night through Cyber Monday and into the early part of December to cover so many fun topics. And tonight I wanted to talk about 4 things that I think are really important to do and to honor this holiday season as far as just keeping in balance. Yeah, I had a long talk with a very good client of ours yesterday, and she has been a long time naturalist and seeking cleaner, safer living since the early 70s. And so her journey's been long, and she's gone through all the stages of growth and understanding chemicals in the industry and watching food progress and everything, going from the farmers to the stores to the markets. It was a very fascinating conversation. And one of the things she pointed out and that we talk about a lot is balance. So, boy, I have so much I want to say tonight. We have such a short period of time. I really wanted to break it down just to 4 things as we approach Thanksgiving and Christmas that I think are really important because, we're being hit from all sides on the Thanksgiving festivities, which involve, a lot of food and baking and out to eat, and a lot of that's not really healthy or clean, and high sugar. And then we have the stress of the holidays and buying presents and gifting and then traveling, and there's a lot involved. And I think that for me, for a lot of years, and probably especially the last few years, it's been a very sincere desire of mine to find real balance during the holiday season, from enjoying the indulgences to family, to friends, to just overall health and wellness. And in keeping with that, I wanted to share with you 4 things that I think are really important that you can do throughout the holiday season that will allow you to be in balance and enjoy the indulgences and just to feel cleaner and more clear as far as your skin is concerned and internally with your body healthy. So the first thing that I think is extremely important is that you hydrate. You hydrate internally and you hydrate your skin. Now, when it comes to hydration, I'm talking more of a deep moisturizer topically. We have 2 that I wanted to show you tonight. And, reach over here and grab it. We have my 2 very favorite moisturizers during the winter time, which is our Intense Moisture Cream, and that's in the Rosacea line, and our Hydro Moist line in our Regenecy. Our Rosacea line is for those of you who have very red and sensitive skin. It doesn't have to necessarily be just rosacea. You have easily irritated, highly sensitive, more dry skin, flushes easily, or just all-out diagnosis of rosacea. We have our Intense Moisture Cream. It's been around a long time, and this is a really powerful cream rich in the raw butters, the oils, herbs, to really give your skin just that deep, nourishing moisture. It combats inflammation, redness on the skin. I fluctuate between both of these during the wintertime, just depending on how dry I am. Like, for example, the last few days have been particularly dry. I've spent more time outside, and when I spend more time outside, my skin tends to get more dry. And as it gets colder, it gets more dry. And I love the Intense Moisture because it immediately combats, the redness and just minor inflammation in the skin from just being dry and irritated. The Hydro Moist in the Regenecy line has the rich vitamin C herb complex, the vitamin C rich oils, and the butter. So you're combating all the signs of aging through the vitamin C antioxidants, but you're giving your skin a really good deep hydration. So your question is, what's the main difference between the Intense Moisture and the Hydro Moist? There's not a lot. The Hydro Moist has the anti-aging components of the vitamin C oils and herbs. So this is going to be slightly less rich and immediate. the Intense Moisture Cream really calms redness and inflammation fast. So it's going to be richer and a little more moisturizing, I would say. The Hydro Moist is going to be a very rich moisturizer for dry skin, but it's formulated for those with normal to fairly healthy skin and just has the winter skin dryness. And that's how we recommend that product. So in keeping with hydration, I think it's really important, and there's so many steps to a balanced regime, but the two creams that I would recommend, especially through this holiday season and through the winter months, are the Intense Moisture and the Hydro Moist cream. Now internally, in keeping with the theme of hydration, it's drinking water. And sometimes some of the basic things I notice we tend to get off track with, especially during busy times. When you stop and realize, wow, I haven't drunk a lot of water today. I noticed a couple weeks ago, and I'm huge fan of juicing, and if you're watching it live with Sarah shows, you'll see I talk about it a lot. I'm going to talk about it here in just a few minutes. And sometimes with juicing and smoothies, I'll go through a juice and a smoothie and realize I haven't really had a lot of water. And it's very important. They say 6 to 8 ounces a day. Fill up a water bottle, drink water. If you think about it, go and just drink several ounces of water. Keep it with you all the time. You're around this time of season, stress levels are maybe a little bit higher, you're indulging a little bit more, and you want to keep your body hydrated and flushing out. So the best and simplest way is water. Nothing fancy, just straight up pure spring water. Doesn't have to be any of the vitamin-rich water or anything like that, just straight up water. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to nourish your skin and nourish your body. Now, nourishing your skin, our philosophy is the balance of skin nutrition. And so everything we have is in balance, whether that's a cleanse, a toner, exfoliator, a moisturizer, an eye cream, a cosmetic. Each product is formulated to be in balance. But you have to really nourish your skin. And what I mean by that is you have to feed it vitamins, omega fatty acids, the same things you're feeding your body every day. You get that, when you, not just with a cleanse and a tone. I have clients or people come to me and say, well, I just wash my face twice a day, tone and maybe occasionally moisturize. Even if you're battling acne and severe oily skin, you have to put the hydration and the treatment-based products onto your face. That's why we have the Control Cream, which is a moisturizer that's going to help control oiliness. So you have to nourish your skin. The dominating ways are going to be through your moisturizers, your serums, your eye cream. I brought this out tonight because I can't say enough about our eye cream. I love it. It's probably, I don't know, my vitamin C serum and eye cream are probably my top 2 favorite products. But our eye cream is just really, it comes in this little glass jar. I've shown this many times. It is such a rich product, and our eyes tend to suffer a lot during stress or dehydration. A lot of the health and wellness can be seen in the eyes. And applying an eye cream that is balanced in the omega fatty acids, the antibacterial, the vitamins can nourish the skin. So that's just one example of nourishing the topical skin. The best ways that you get the most nourishment, and this is in our products. Cleanse is going to cleanse your face. You're going to get some nourishment from that. Tone is going to tone your face. You're getting the non-alcohol based, organic aloe, rich herbal teas, and the witch hazel base for the toner. But again, it's still not sitting on your, absorbing into your face very long. Exfoliator is the same thing. It's meant to cleanse and exfoliate, but it's not absorbing a lot of nutrition in the skin. You're going to get the nutrition from the creams you put on your face, from the eye creams you put on your face, from our BB cream foundation or your foundation that may cause the opposite reaction and not nourish your skin, which can increase problems. Your spot treatment, any of the creams and serum based products in our line are going to give you that really rich nutrition. So make sure that in your regime, especially through the holiday seasons, you're hydrating with the rich hydration and you're nourishing every day in some capacity, whether it's eye cream and a spot treatment, or whatever your balance is. And that's where we're here to help you. And I'm especially here to help you, find that balance of products that's right for you. Nourishing internally, I could stop here and talk the rest of the evening and into tomorrow about this, my favorite subject. And I really want to encourage you guys out there to do 2 things, and that's to juice and to make your green smoothies. Everybody can immediately, who's watching this or who's aware of juicing, can come up with the million excuses, number one being time, number two being money. You know, we have a family of six. I juice for six nearly every day of the week. Sometimes we juice a little bit in advance. And it's kind of one of those things that it is so part of my healing with cancer, and why I believe I'm not going to get cancer is through the juicing. I want to talk, this is kind of 2 and 3, so nourish and balance. Maintaining a pH balance inside your body is imperative, and we don't hear that a lot. You know, we hear about calorie reduction or no fat or sugar-free or juicing or vitamins. Your body has to stay in a more alkaline balance, pH-wise. Your diseases and sickness and cancers form in a more acidic environment. You know, when I was diagnosed with cancer, I think I had a pH level like 5.2. We were taking pH of my urine every day because I knew that getting, you know, all the studies and everything with the juicing, getting your pH level up high would begin to kill the cancer cells and the sickness in your body. Well, raw fruits and vegetables are high alkaline. Your juices are very high alkaline. Your greens are very high alkaline. Your wheatgrass is very high alkaline. Your citrus fruits in their raw state juiced can be alkaline forming in the body. Your acidic foods are everything really that's cooked. Your meats, your breads, alcohol, sugars, nearly all the meats, your starches, everything that is cooked becomes acidic. And so if you cook a fruit, it's going to become acidic. If you cook a vegetable, it's going to become acidic. And so you balance your diet so that you have a lot of alkaline injection. Raw fruits and vegetables, my favorite, which is juicing through the smoothies. So as you go through this holiday season, make some new commitments to juicing, or minimally, we all have a blender, blending smoothies, bananas with kale, spinach, you know, there's so many fun things, pineapple, banana, papaya. Be careful not to buy GMO papaya. Endless number of easy things you can do. You know, we take bananas, we freeze them, we put them into all of our smoothies, spirulina, whether we're blending kale or spinach that day, we always try to do the green in with the smoothies so you're getting that rich chlorophyll. The juice, I can't say enough for the juice because it pulls pure nutrition into your bloodstream within 10 to 15 minutes. Very alkaline in the body, so it immediately flushes toxins. So if you know you're going to indulge this holiday season and you want to be in balance and not stress it, then commit to adding that little bit of extra nutrition boost through juicing. Try every day for a week, or try 5 juices. You know, we get up on Thanksgiving and have the big meal, juice that morning before, juice the day before, or make the green smoothies. If it's something you're on the fence about, or you've tried it and it's just kind of put to the side, pull it out. I promise you, your spirit, your body, your mind, everything will thank you for that. So that's, you know, number 2, nourishing, which leads into the balance. Your body needs to stay in a higher alkaline balance. So you don't want to look at all the acidic and cooked foods as the bad foods. They're not. Not all of them are. But you want to look at it and say, okay, I've got to keep everything in balance so my body doesn't get sick. I was very sick. You know, I had cancer in my body, and that was just something I never want to go through again. And I pray that none of you have to go through that. And if you're going through it, I want to encourage you that there are natural and beautiful ways you can seek healing. But as we go into the holiday season, it always kind of seems like even unconventional diets, it's all about not gaining weight or being, you know, put all that to rest and know you're going to enjoy that over here, but that you're going to compensate for it over here. And you're going to ultra nourish your skin just like every day. You got to put your moisturizer on every day. Some type of moisturizer control cream on your skin. You've got to feed it nutrition, and that's what we're here to give you in a product. And then over here, you got to feed your body nutrition, period. You don't do that through your fat-free yogurts but you got to do it through the raw nutrition. And that's my belief, you know, through the juicing, the raw fruits and vegetables, the whole foods, the raw nuts, raw honey, you know, it's endless. And so that's point 3 is finding a balance with that. You don't have to be extreme and not enjoy, and you don't have to be extreme and overindulge either. It's got to be in balance. The 4th thing is cleansing. Now, Cleansing topically and cleansing internally are two things. I'm not telling everybody to go on a body cleanse right now at the holiday season, but to keep your body in a state of cleansing is important, meaning, and that goes back to really falling in line with point 3, 2, and 1, balance, nourishment, and hydration. If those three things are working together, your body's going to be cleansing out toxins. If you tend to enjoy social drinking more during the holiday season, or enjoy your sugary baked goods during the holiday season, if you're compensating over here, your body's going to be cleansing that out, and that's very important. There's some things like adding lemon to your juicing, or adding ginger root, garlic, drinking teas, your heavy green teas, ginger teas, black teas, things that allow your body to cleanse and break down those, bad cells in the body, and just keep things flushing out, will clear your mind and allow you to enjoy the holidays for what they are. Now, topically, that does involve cleansing, exfoliation. We recommend once a week exfoliation. For those of you watching, I am a proponent, and we have special regimes for your once a week mini facial. I brought out with me our masks. I want to talk about them tonight, because as we're gearing up for Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, we've had some daily deals every day this past week, and we'll have daily deals through Wednesday, and then we'll kick into high gear with our Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And for those of you watching, be sure and sign up to our holiday promotions. We're giving $10 vouchers. We have a code word for each of these live shows, and that's going to be ongoing, where you can watch a show, email or text me with the code word. We'll send you a $10 gift voucher to use on a purchase. But I want to show you our masks. We have 4, and they're so pretty. One of our, what's the right word I'm looking for? Our quotes, or some of our philosophy and point, is that you can see the natural before you feel it. I'm going to try to hold all 4 of these up for you guys. But these are our masks. This is our clay mask, our rosacea, our Regenecy, and our hydrating mask here. The camera doesn't do it justice, because the acne's got this beautiful green tea, green cast. The Regenecy's got a nice orange, the rosacea red, and then the clay mask. This is a really good mask for everybody, but in balance, because this is a detox clay mask. Now, sometimes when you overindulge, or you go into high gear with stress, your body can try to expel the toxins through the skin. So that's either through breakouts, or maybe more dryness and redness. If it's through more of a breakouts, or where your skin tends to get more oily, our detox clay mask is wonderful, because it draws all the oils, blackheads, the toxins from the skin. It is not meant to be used more than once a week. And really, if you have fairly healthy skin or normal skin, you just kind of get some hormonal breakouts or light oily skin, this is good to have on hand for maybe once a month or twice a month to do the clay mask. I would probably recommend for nearly all of you our Regenecy C mask, which is a gel-based agar-agar. Now, not a gel like it's going to peel off. We use an agar-agar seaweed type geller, so it's very herbally on the skin. It kind of pastes on, and you leave it on. It's got rich butters and oils and the vitamin C, L-ascorbic acid, so it just goes in and keeps the skin cleansed. Every week, commit to doing some sort of mini facial, whether it's the whole exfoliation, mask, serum routine, or just the mask. A lot of times there's been a lot of weeks where schedules are really crazy, and I don't have time to do much but just the mask and then the serum following. So I recommend that. Put it on, leave it on 15 to 20 minutes, take it off, follow with one of our serums up here, which is great. This is what we recommend, or just with your rich, intense moisture. We have 3 serums in the acne, rosacea, and Regenecy line, and each of them are formulated to really attack and repair, the deep repair serum for the acne. The rosacea is rich with the anti-inflammatory, anti-red, hydrating oils. And then the vitamin C serum is rich with the vitamin C herb complex, vitamin C rich oils to combat the aging, the dark spots, the age spots, the discoloration on the skin, and really help those cells to form healthier and lighter as time goes. And when you follow a mask or an exfoliation with a serum application, the pores are just wide open to receive that rich oil. And it's really a good feeling. The next morning you wake up, it's like, oh wow, your skin's saying thank you. So that's my 4 points in things to do. Hydrate through keeping your skin very well hydrated. Get a rich Hydro Moist Intense Moisture. Keep it in your regime of products, and use it every night to really let your skin soak and absorb all of that nourishment. You want to nourish your body internally. I'm going to ask all of you, commit to juicing or doing the smoothies. It's easy. It's easier than what you realize. We're going to be posting some get starting basics, recipes. We've already got plans for a whole separate page. We've been inundated just really this past year, and then since starting the Live with Sarah shows, on adding that section. So we're gonna have that for you guys hopefully pretty soon. Balance. You got to stay in balance. You can't overstress being watching every calorie and nutrition aspect. Sometimes stressing being clean and green can be as bad as consuming a diet rich in unhealthy ingredients. So you've got to find that balance, and I think you can find that balance through committing to things like your juicing or smoothing or drinking lots of water, so that your mind is clear and your body's cleansing. And hey, I'm doing this over here, this right and balance, I can enjoy this over here. The holidays are all about family and friends and the spirit and the joy and the love. And the last thing we need is to have all these hundreds of mind games playing, saying, don't do this, don't do this. Determine, now as we go into Thanksgiving, it's such a beautiful time of year that, what, I'm gonna let down these barriers that are saying, do this, don't do this, and stop stressing, and make some commitments to what you're gonna do so that you don't have to stress that. I would challenge you to the juicing, to the smoothing, to the, really eating a lot of raw foods in between our bigger, fancier indulgences, the bigger meals, the baked goods, the parties, so that when you're there, you're not thinking about, oh my gosh, this is just terrible. You're enjoying the spirit of being involved with friends, family, and that's what it's all about. If we're not in balance, then, what good is being on either side of the fence? You've got to strike a balance. And it's what is balanced for me and for my family is not going to be the same for you and yours. And that's the thing. So there are certain staples that I think need to be involved with that. And then cleansing, committing to topically, to doing your weekly mini facial, to letting your skin feel the effects of the mask, whether that's your full mini facial exfoliation mask serum application, or that's just simply masking or exfoliating that week. Keep with the deep exfoliation of the skin, and then follow that with the rich hydration, and it will thank you, whether you're battling acne, rosacea, aging skin, or you just have fairly normal, healthy skin. You've got to stick with that. And then cleansing internally, I'm not saying to go on a body cleanse through the holiday season at all. I think that if you're balanced with drinking a lot of water, commitment to the raw nutrition, keeping your body in an alkaline balance, it's going to naturally be cleansing. And that is those are the 4 things as I think of for myself and for my family as we go into the holidays. It's, I think, for what I want you as a client, or you who are just watching this, considering us, would want you to know. And that's, it's all in balance. And that's what we have in our skincare. We've got 12 lines, from cosmetics to hair to body to pet to anti-aging, acne, rosacea. We're expanding. Cosmetics are expanding, and we're adding samplers, and really trying to give you guys this entire balance of products, the balance of nutrition for your skin, because that is a staple belief that you have to be balanced, period, in life. And that's what we're here to help you do via your skin, and then make some tips and recommendations what has worked for us, for me especially internally, because going through cancer and then healing looking back at how unbalanced I was for a lot of years, just even in diet, raw food and juicing, and not striking the right balance all the way around is why my body ended up sick. It stayed acidic, it stayed deprived of nutrition long enough that the cells formed and grabbed hold, and that's what happened. So anyway, I think we've reached our time this evening. I'm so blessed to share with you. I'm excited to share with you every evening. The code word for tonight is quite obvious, and that is balance. You can send that to me, and I'm so excited as we go into the holiday season to share all of our promotions coming up and to work with you. Be sure and sign up, and if you're watching this before Black Friday, especially be sure to sign up and send us an email. I will be happy to help you any way that I can and make recommendations and just work with you. So have a beautiful Saturday evening, and I will be on tomorrow night I think we're going to discuss some more cosmetics. We went through a lot of our foundations, but I've had a lot of questions about colors and eye, lip, and cheek colors. So we're going to show you some more of our palette, and we're doing a lot of updates to our website to gear up for the holiday promotions. So we're so excited. Anyway, many, many blessings for a great evening, and I pray that you guys all find that right balance that's going to work for you this holiday season. Take care. Bye-bye.